Hey guys, as you may have noticed, there's a particular Reddit post on r/DeadByDaylight that's been getting a lot of attention recently. It's about the idea of boycotting behavior for about 3 or so months. And in other terms, having a massive amount of people not buy anything from behavior with real money for, well, about 3 months. The post goes on about a few issues that have risen from behavior in the past few months, and I want to go through them. I'm not going to read through the entire thing, but I did bullet point a bunch of important notes that I want to talk about. If you want to read the whole thing, I'll have a link in the description to the original post, but for now, let's talk about this stuff. The first topic this post goes on about is the past 3 chapters we've had in the recent months. First of all, The Binding of Kin. The Binding of Kin was an unfinished mess, but released anyway, causing tons of game-breaking bugs, and it took 2 weeks for behavior to even fix. The twins were worse. They were also unfinished, and Victor didn't even have his locker ability yet. So this showed that behavior was more concerned about releasing a chapter on the deadline than they were to actually putting out quality content. Next was All Kill. Everyone gave behavior feedback for the Trickster, and yet Trickster stayed the exact same on release. They didn't even change him till about 2 weeks later, once again, and they just gave him some small little buffs that still didn't really help him much in the end. Finally, they went over Resident Evil. When Resident Evil first came to the PTB, most people were quite stoked about the new chapter. It looked really cool there. I mean, there were like 1 or 2 things that could have been polished and all that, but for the most part it was pretty promising. But when the chapter actually released to the public, it was awful. There was constant screen freezing that was even more prominent on console. There was like constant glitching out with the palettes. They would just phase in and out of existence. So you wouldn't really know if one was there until you got right next to it. It's almost unplayable sometimes. But even worse, the new map, it got disabled within the first hour of the chapter releasing. And I'm pretty sure it's still like disabled right now and you can only play it in custom games. So pretty much all potential that was in this chapter just got squandered by all of this. With these past 3 chapters just being such a disappointment, it's not paving a very good future for behavior if they don't get their act together soon. Alright, so the next thing that the guy goes over is the community issues. Mostly the grind and events. For the grind, it's kind of ridiculous how the survivors have 95 perks in total, with 3 tiers each of those perks as well. So that means you are effectively getting 285 perks for 1 survivor just to have them maxed out, and that is not including P3. For killers, it's 84 perks and 3 tiers, which is not much better. That's still 252 perks for a single killer, once again not including prestiging. The grind is so crippling, dude. It was made for a time back when there were like 30 or so perks. And, it was inflating the game, there's more to do. So it made sense at the time, but now that there's so many perks in this game already, this grind is just ridiculous, and it is insane that they only let you go to 1 million blood points still. And for the events we've gotten recently, they've gotten much worse as well. For Halloween, it's just blood points. You just put in an offering for more blood points. That's all it is. They don't give you any sort of special currency to buy new skins that are exclusive to this event. You just buy them with their $10 or what is it, like 21,000 blood points? Not blood points, iridescent shards. And for Chinese New Year, there was the lamps you had to grab. And those were really cool as well. I think they had the same effect as well. You were getting currency for cosmetics and all that. But they removed that, and now it's just blood points. You just got blood points, and unique. And they just added new like items that were just this reskins, but they did little cool things or looked cool. They have severely dropped like the quality of events recently, and they said that they wanted to focus more on their anniversary and other events, but so far they have not dished out on that promise, and it's still pretty mediocre. I think we can all agree that we would love to see better events coming into the game, because that would be more exciting. Nobody wants to see a new event and then find out the only thing that was added is we have the option of buying new skins. New skins don't fix anything. Maybe they give you a temporary dopamine rush when you first get them and you're like, ooh, this looks so cool. But then it sets in that you just spent $10 for a skin that you'll probably just replace when the next cool skin comes out. And now to talk about the boycott itself. Recently there was a little post on the forums, I believe, that said that we should all just stop playing for 2 days or so. But that doesn't do much, you know? Not playing Dead by Daylight for 2 days doesn't really hurt behavior that much. Maybe it sends a tiny message, but it's not gonna do anything in the long run. This, however, we are attacking behavior's wallets by refusing to buy any more skins or anything like that. So, if we attack their wallets, this will get behavior to actually make a response, maybe appease us in some way. We have power here as the community to make change to Dead by Daylight, not directly, but by threatening those who do have the changing power. Behavior's end goal at the end of the day is to make money, so if we threaten their wallets, they will talk, and they will do something about it. They're not just gonna sit idly by if a huge portion of their fanbase starts actually refusing to buy things. And I love this game. It honestly means a lot to me, and I'm so glad I found it, but I really want to see change, which is why I do stand behind this. I think that if we could actually get enough people to actually do this, this could lead to something big in the future. So yeah, I stand behind #DeadByBoycott. I think that if we really do this, and we all band together as a community, this could lead to something huge. And I don't think we should waste this chance. This is a great time to send a message when anniversary is coming up. One of the biggest events that happens each year here in Dead by Daylight's community. This is the perfect time to send this message. So, I implore you, go out and spread the word about this boycott. Use the #DeadByBoycott and spread this around all over Twitter, all over the forums. Make sure that people know about this. We need as many people on board with this idea as we can if we want to make any actual effect on behavior. Alright, thank you for listening to this little video of mine. Be sure to go in the description and check out the Reddit link that I've posted down below, where you can read the entire post in full detail. I think this is a very special opportunity that will have an impact on Dead by Daylight's history, and I think that it will be great. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!